Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you are a returning viewer. So today what I have for you guys is this really cute hairstyle, these two braids to the back with these wand curls that I did. It's super sleek, super fun, super easy to do. So let's get straight into it. Y'all see I got me some fresh braids. Shout out to my cousin. She did like 22 of them, and this is what is really going to help you get a really flat looking install. Like the hair is yours. Okay, yeah, I just stretched out my cap and now I'm taking my scissors and I'm cutting around my ears. Then you're going to want to take some of your lace spray. I like to use my Ebon Wonder lace spray on an extra firm hold, and this is for sensitive skin. I'll just spray that right in front of my hairline, and then I spread that out with my fingers to keep it into place, just like that. Not trying to drag it too far down on my forehead because I want this to be placed perfectly pretty much, but once that's done, I'm blow drying that on a cool high setting until it is completely dry. And then the sides, I was a little worried they were going to lift up, so I took some of my Erica J glue in this bottom of this comb and I'm just spreading out a thin layer of glue on the ends, using my finger to help smooth it out so it's just not too much. And yeah, once that's done, I think we're good to go. So I'm taking my scissors and I'm going to go ahead and cut off the rest of this cap. I'm taking my Ruby Kisses cream foundation in the shade 13 and this makeup brush, and I'm just smoothing that and patting that into my cap, smoothing it out, patting it, you know, like just basically buffing it into the cap so it can give bald cap. And for the scalp effect, I'm only placing it in the middle since we are doing a middle part. But let me show you guys right here. I'm going to cut for the ear tabs because it just makes it easier when I put it on. So I'm just going to cut around right where that lace begins, if that makes sense. You guys are asking me how, you know, the back of the wig looks. So it's a clip always at the back, and I just clip it into my cap basically. So that's bad, but yeah, I'm just finishing up the ear tabs, cutting around those so it can be a more comfortable fit pretty much, and that it can basically line up with my actual hairline. And I like to cut it basically right around my ear. Like that's how you're going to get the perfect placement. So I'm just cutting until I get the perfect amount going. And then I'm taking my hot comb to smooth out this hairline back, to smooth it back pretty much so I can, like, you know, see the hairline more visibly before I actually put the wig on. So here is what the hairline is looking like, really sleek put together. I'm going to push this wig back and take my isopropyl rubbing alcohol. I think that's how you say it, you guys. I'll be trying to correct me, which I appreciate, because, you know, I don't want to be out here looking stupid, but I'm just cleaning off my skin of any excess makeup or oils before we apply this glue. So I'm taking this bottom of this comb and this Erica J Hold Me Down glue, and I'm just slightly putting this right in front of my cap and on my skin. You know, right in the middle here is where I like to start, and then I take it down to the left and then I do it to the right. And for the most part, it's going to dry down on its own, but I still like to take the blow dryer to the lace glue just to make sure it is dried down and tacky. Which, hey guys, I'm just putting this all on my sideburns, smoothing it out really well, because when it's smoothed out, it's just going to be a much better melt. So yeah, you want to make sure you apply the glue and then smooth it out. Apply it first, then smooth it out as you go. And yeah, I actually just did 2 layers. I've been doing 2 layers lately just because I want to save my glue. And yeah, I mean, it lasts pretty well. I don't necessarily need 5 layers because I take my wigs right off like after 2 or 3 days. But yeah, this is the second layer that I'm doing. I'm just placing it right in the same exact place as I did before. Y'all excuse my voice, it's a little raspy. It's in the morning time and I've been smoking lately. I took a break, but I'm back on it, so my voice is a little raspy today. Having your bald cap basically perfect and in the correct place really helps with the application of the glue and the placement of your wig. Like, you see how it's like, it just looks like it's about to be my scalp. You know, like, really make sure you guys are paying attention when I do my bald cap, because I think that will really help if you have your bald cap, like, not mimicking just like, oh, let me put this bald cap on and, you know, like lay it down. Like, really do it fitting to your actual hairline and your head shape. You know, that'll really help. Erica J's glue is fast drying, but I am taking my blow dryer and blow drying it on a cool medium setting until it is pretty much tacky. And then I'm going to pull this wig forward very carefully so that, you know, I'm not messing with the glue too much. I want to just press it slightly and firmly, like once I have it positioned where I want to, into the glue. And I'm using my fingers to help me do that and my hands to help smooth everything out and get it placed where it needs to be placed. Really just exactly where that glue is, you know. I don't want to put the hairline right where the glue is, but the lace, you know, like you guys will see once I cut it what the layout really looks like. But yeah, just pressing that in to make sure that glue is really getting attached to that lace. And then I want to take my elastic band and wrap that around the lace, and I'm going to leave that there for 10 minutes. And I'm taking my comb and my blow dryer on a cool setting, and I'm just further melting this lace, getting the hairline and the glue and the lace all on the same accord, you know, like that's going to help push that product in and make everything look smooth and put together once we take off the elastic band and cut off our lace. But as you can see, I'm getting real close because I'm trying to get the perfect middle part. I'm moving really slow here just so I can, you know, get the perfect middle part, and I'm going to tweak it as I go, perfect it as I go. And what helps me get the perfect middle part is focusing like my attention on my nose and the middle of my forehead, really the bridge of my nose though. Like that really helps. Like, okay, like if this is where my nose is, this is where the part should be, because you know the nose is the center of the face. As y'all can see though, this wig has a lot of parting space. Like this part is going really far back, which I loved. Like it was the perfect construction to do this style. But the lace is off, I mean the band is off, and now I'm cutting off the lace. I'm taking my scissors, I just cut 2 sections so I can cut in the middle, then the 2 parts on the side. But I'm trying to go in like a zigzag motion, not too much, but so it won't be a straight line, because y'all know that'd be irritating me, like when you can see the line of demarcation. So yeah, I'm just cutting this lace off really carefully. As you can see, like it's a lot of room left for the lace, but once we color that and tint it, it's not gonna, you know, be noticeable. But that's what I meant when I meant like putting the lace on the glue and not the hairline right where the glue is, but the lace right in front of the hairline, you know. But yeah, I'm taking this fluffy brush and my Ruby Kisses cream foundation in RD13, and I'm just making this lace look like my skin. And I know some of you guys have trouble with getting the perfect match. Really what I say is go into the hair store, to the makeup store, which I recommend Ruby Kisses cream foundation because that's what I use, and it hasn't given me any trouble since I've been using it. But really you just want to take it, and I know it'd be mirrors in the hair store, or you can bring a mirror yourself, like a little handheld mirror, and just take it to your face, like compare it to your face or your forehead, any color that looks close to your skin tone, and then just see from there what color matches the best, and then take it home. Not take it, buy it and then take it home, but yeah, you guys know what I mean. That's what I do, and that's how I figure out what my perfect shade is. In the past clips, I was melting my lace with the Ebon Wonder lace spray, and here I'm just explaining to y'all how I was about to go to sleep and explaining what style I was about to do because I was extremely tired. Like I was going through my process of moving, so I've been staying up really late. And so yeah, I was showing you guys my lace here in natural lighting, because in my ring light it looks like ashy all the time, but in actual real lighting, like the lace be looking melted as fuck, as you guys can see. But yeah, I was just basically saying how I'm going to see you guys tomorrow when I'm back and ready to finish the style. So here we are 2 days later, you guys. Like, oh my gosh, 2 days later. But yeah, time for the baby hairs, right? So I'm pulling out these hairs. I wanted them to be a little bit dramatic. I didn't want them to be soft. Like I wanted them to be a little dramatic. So I'm taking a pretty, I wouldn't say thick, but a dramatic amount out. And I'm just pulling these out here with my comb, the edge brush, but the comb side of the edge brush, because it's really sharp and it gets the hairs out really well. Then I like to take my hot comb to smooth these hairs out, and I like to press the hair out really slowly with the hot comb, because that's what's going to get the heat really processed through, so that the hairs can lay really flat once it is time to style them. So that's what we're doing here. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side once that's laid and mapped out. Since it's been 2 days since I messed with this hair frill, I'm going to take some more of my Ruby Kisses Cream Foundation in RD13 and this fluffy brush and just kind of update the hairline a little bit because it's been left hanging for a minute. And the lace was also lifting kind of because I only went in with 2 layers and it's been 2 days. So it was lifting just slightly. So I'm taking some more of my Ebon Wonder lace spray and tapping that on the hairline and also in front of the baby hairs, which I don't think I was really thinking because I usually don't put the Ebon Wonder lace spray on top of the baby hairs. I use my Icy Fantasia liquid foam mousse because when it comes to the baby hairs, when you're putting product on them before you lay them down, it gets crunchy when you use the Ebon Wonder lace spray, so I had to comb them out quite a bit before I styled them. And here I'm just plucking them. I let that lace band sit on there for about 10 minutes. And yeah, I'm just plucking these hairs out so that they don't look extremely thick but dramatic, you know, because the amount that we pulled out was pretty decent. So I'm just plucking the hairs out so it doesn't look too thick to where it looks, you know, just really unnatural. So yeah, that's a little routine I added now. I pluck the baby hairs out and I feel like, you know, I don't want it to look extremely unnatural. But yeah, you guys, now I'm just shaving off these baby hairs with my scissors, kind of just razoring them off. I don't know how to explain the motion that I do, but you guys see it. And then once it's done, I'm taking my 1/2" Pro Kiss flat iron and I'm curling the baby hairs. On the sideburns, I like to curl them under, and in the front, I like to curl them over. I just like the look of it. So that's what I'm doing here. So today for my baby hairs, I'm going to be taking the Icy Fantasia liquid foam holding mousse. Oh my gosh, y'all, the stuttering I be doing is really crazy. But I'm taking my edge brush, the comb side, and I'm just forming these baby hairs into something, pretty much combing them towards the front, getting it in like a C motion, following the shape of the curl that is made. And I'm using my finger to help me get into the perfect shape and to get it to hold into place. Then I'm going to take this mini blow dryer that I use for my eyebrows. I'm going to link this down below if you guys are interested. But yeah, I didn't want to lose that curl at the end. So the next baby hair, like on the left side here, I'm going to show you guys how I did that little curl thing. But yeah, you guys, I basically just didn't comb it all the way through. I didn't want to lose the shape of the curl at the end as I was swooping, so that I could eventually form it into like a little swoop at the end. So I'm going to do this on this side. And as you can see, I'm just kind of swooping it towards my ear so I can get the curl. And I'm going to lift it with my finger too. And just lift it with my finger very slightly, and then keep that blow dryer intact too, so it can mold into place as I'm doing it. And I'm just going to hold it in place with my finger and blow dry that until it is done. And then boom, that's how I did my little swirl, my little swoop thing. It was really cute, really fun. But yeah, you guys, I'm taking my tweezers here and I just plucked in the middle. I dragged my tweezers through so I wouldn't make any holes, and so it can just pluck perfectly and just take the perfect amount of hair out. So that's what I did there. Now I'm just preparing for the braid that we're going to do. So I took a section out, parted it, and it was a little too thin. So later I'm going to go back and make the part thicker. But I'm taking my bio silk and I'm combing this hair back towards the back because that's where I want this hair to lay. And I took a good amount of the bio silk because I really wanted the hair to look pressed through and to get it really flat. And I took my hot comb to this hair so many times. But to add a little oomph to the hair, I took a little piece here in front of my ear and I curled it just so it can add like a little girly touch to it. And it was a little thick, so I took my tweezers to pluck some of these hairs out so it can look a little bit more natural. I'm taking my comb again and just pulling some more of those hairs forward for the braid because I didn't want the braid to look skimpy, and I was realizing like it probably is going to look skimpy. And in the meantime, I really thought I wanted to do twists, but I didn't want to do twists because I really didn't like how that looks, and I know how to braid, so I'm like, let me just do a braid. I think I like that a lot more, so that's why I took a lot more hair on this side too. And yeah, I don't really know how to explain the amount of hair that I took, but you guys can kind of get an idea of how much hair I took. Probably like 2 inches of hair I pulled out, like the width, right? So yeah, I'm taking this rubber band and I'm pulling this hair back into a ponytail. And I'm perfecting this part a little bit because it was looking a little wonky. Then I'm going to take some clips to just keep that hair back towards the back so it won't mess with my braiding. And I'm taking my edge control and a little bit, okay? I'm not taking a whole lot because I didn't want the hair to be gunky, but I just want just enough so that I can get a sleek braid pretty much. So you want to start off with thin pieces. So I'm taking thin pieces and then I'm adding more as I go. It doesn't have to be the perfect braid because this definitely wasn't the perfect braid, but it did what it needs to do. And I'm really just trying to keep the braid towards the front of the hairline so that when I pull it back, it looks, you know, looks good. So I'm keeping the hair towards the front, braiding it towards the front. And honestly, you guys, I should have took my hair, not my hair tie, but a scarf or elastic band, something to wrap around this lace while I did this braid, because the way that I was tugging and braiding so tightly, the lace started to mess up, which you guys will see later. But yeah, I recommend definitely tying your hair down while you're doing a style like this so that your lace doesn't get pulled, because it is freshly laid down, so you don't want that lace to lift up. So yeah, you guys, I'm just bringing this all the way down to the bottom. And now that that's done, before I move on to the next one, I'm going to clip that hair back with those same clips that I was using. And since the braid was looking a little wonky, I'm like, I might as well make this like a butterfly braid. So I pulled some of those hairs apart, and you guys, y'all see the lighting change and just the quality change, bruh. The spray that I used or something, I don't know what it was, that just made my camera messed up like this. But you guys are just gonna have to bear with me real quick with this quality. I really apologize, because I mean, it doesn't look terrible, but you guys see the difference. But yeah, you guys, I'm just braiding it the same way that I did on the other side, keeping it close to the front. Now, I did notice that this side was a little bit thinner than the other side, but it wasn't noticeable once it was all said and done, so I wasn't sweating it too much. But yeah, you guys, you want to just braid really tightly, really firmly, close to the front, braid it all the way down, and then I'm pulling these hairs apart to match the braid on the right side. And I pulled these hairs apart more than the other side because of how thin it was, and it wasn't as tight either, but I knew like once I pulled it back you wouldn't be able to really tell. So that's that. Now I'm going to smooth out this hair in the middle, and I'm taking my no, it's not Icy Fantasia, oh my gosh. It's my Cara wax stick and my hot comb, and I'm smoothing this hair out really well. Like when I tell you guys, I took the hot comb to this for about 2 minutes. Like I wanted this to be really flat. And I'm also taking my Nairobi holding foam to further flatten it, and then my Icy Fantasia holding spritz, and then the hot comb again to really just get this hair extremely flat. And once it was flat, I took the 2 pieces and I made sure it was directly in the middle of my head. I took 2 rubber bands and I'm just wrapping this around extremely tight, you know. I wrapped it around like maybe 7, 8, 9, 10 times. I don't know, something like that. But once that's done, I'm going to get into curling this hair. I took my Bio Silk to smooth this hair out before I did do that. Y'all, the quality of this video was bothering me so bad. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. It was really an eyesore. So on the left side, I didn't show you guys how I curled the hair, but I did the exact same thing to this side. So it's okay. I'm just going to show you guys the process that I do. I take my Icy Fantasia holding spritz on a section, I comb that product through, and then I'm taking my wand curler and I'm just tightly wrapping it around the wand, and I hold it there for literally 10 seconds. Like I literally counted to 10, maybe 15 seconds, and then I pulled that wand out from under, and then I clipped it with my hair clip, and I repeated that I did about 8 curls. I think I did 8 curls. Yeah, it was like 8 curls. So I did this 8 times, 8. Oh my gosh. But yeah, you guys, wrapping it around very tightly, holding it, and yeah, that's basically what you want to do. Release it and then clip it so that the curl can get a nice hold to it. And I was really just playing around with it. I took my with a curling iron and I wrapped it around it, but I really didn't like how that came out. Like it wasn't as curled because of, yeah, it just wasn't as curled. Like you'll see once I show you guys how I combed them out. But yeah, I was just bored. I'm like, let me just use this. Like, let me see the difference between what it will give. And I definitely should have just stuck to my wand curler, but it's okay. Like, the curls were a lot more loose, you know? So yeah, you guys, y'all see the sections I'm taking out, not too thin, not too thick, really the perfect amount for the barrel that we're using. Also, disclaimer, I am curling away from my face, just to let you guys know, if you guys are confused with how to curl your hair, definitely curl it away from your face, you guys. That's what I'm doing. And y'all see the lace right above my sideburn? You guys, it was so fucked up because I didn't lay it down. You guys, y'all have to tie your hair down before y'all do the braids, please. If you don't listen to anything else, please, when you style your hair, tie your hair down so you won't get no ripples or none of that when you're actually styling it. I was feeling so girly and cute with the pin up. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is cute. Like, I'll really leave my hair just like this. But I'm taking my Ruby Kisses cream foundation in 13, the shade 13, in the middle, and then I'm taking my black hairspray and my comb to make the part look even more seamless. I'm like, yeah, that put it together. That was the finishing touch. So I'm back here hours later, like maybe 5 hours later, and then I was packing, y'all. This is the last time you guys are going to see me in this room. Oh my gosh, I have moved the fuck away. But yeah, you guys, bittersweet moment. I was taking it all in as I was doing this, but I'm just taking these curls out really slightly. I'm trying to do it slightly, but the hairspray kind of had it crunchy, kind of. I probably shouldn't have took that much spray on the hair. So it was a little hard to take out. As you guys can see, I'm struggling. But yeah, you guys, just taking these pins out. And I'm going to take a wide tooth comb and comb these curls out. I didn't like that I combed them out a lot. I probably should have just took it through maybe a couple of times, but I did it like, I don't know, because they started to see there. That's when I was like, okay, I'm doing too much, because it started to look poofy, but that's okay. And then you guys can definitely tell where I did the barrel curl and where I did my wand curl. So yeah, just combing these hairs out, and it looks like a little line there because I guess not the hot comb, but the curling iron was really hot, so it was like a little line of demarcation there. But all in all, it was really cute. And this is the end of the tutorial. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Something fun and cute to do for the summertime. I got a lot of compliments on this hairstyle, and I know you will too. Make sure to leave a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you guys in my next one.